Hi, my name's Kevin and I'm the service manager here at Brad Dairy Motors in Macokota. I'd like to take a minute today to talk about some of the services we offer here at Brad Dairies. And among those services are those provided by BG Products. So today I have Doug here with BG Products and he's going to put on some demonstrations.
Okay, we're going to talk about the second part of the service now, Kevin. As you can see, this was a three-part service when we started at this kit. So we're going to talk about our MOA. MOA is motor oil additive, okay? So we're going to do a little demonstration here. I've got a bearing machine here with a little torque wrench hooked to it. And we're going to kind of show what kind of pressure we can put on this bearing material here, this bearing race, before it stops. Then we're going to add some engine oil. Then we're going to add some MOA. We're going to show how MOA helps fortify that oil. So Kevin, I'm going to actually have you assist me here. I'm going to turn it on, get it going. Kevin, we're in Newton meters over here. So when that stops, I want you to kind of tell me what we stopped at as far as pressure goes. Okay?
Yep. About 25.
About 25. All right, let's give it a shot again.
About 25.
25. Okay. Well, I know what you're thinking. Hey, Doug, that's metal on metal, and that's true. It is. I'm trying to paint a picture more than anything. So what we're going to do is we're going to add some oil. Let's get some lubrication for this bearing surface in here. So we're going to add a little bit of oil in here. We get it on the wheel. You can see we're spinning on the wheel there. There we go. And then Kevin, I'm going to do the same thing again. With the oil now on there, let's see what we can get for pressure on that with that on there.
About the same, Doug. 25.
All right, 25. Let's try it again.
About 25.
It's kind of surprising to me that even with the lubrication in there, you can see when this metal to metal, how quickly it'll still stop that bearing. So what we're going to do is we're going to introduce some MOA into this. Okay.
And that's motor oil additive.
Motor oil additive, correct. So, let's get a little bit of MOA into it. There we go. Let's give it a minute to work into the oil. There we go. All right. Kevin, tell me when we get back to 25, okay?
That's 25, Doug.
Okay, that's where we were, metal on metal, or the oil introduced. So we're back to that at least. So I'm going to start to increase pressure here. Where are we at now, Kevin?
About 40, Doug.
About 40. Okay, I'm going to keep going. Okay, so there we've doubled it. I'm starting to hear a little bearing noise, but we've doubled it now.
About 60.
Okay.
70.
Kevin, just to show everybody, let your hand off and I want to show what happens. So we are putting that much pressure on there. Okay. So there we are at 70, basically the end of our gauge, and we're still spinning. Can you hold that up for me, Kevin?
Sure.
So we talked a little bit about oil consumption and those low tension piston rings not staying seated where they should, okay? And if that was happening in the combustion chamber, we'd be getting fuel past those rings. If you were to take an old engine oil sample and send it off to a lab, they would more than likely find a little bit of gasoline in it, because that gasoline being injected into the combustion chamber, some of that unburned gas could get past those rings, especially if you have rings that aren't seated very well. So we're going to put a little bit of gas in there. Okay, we're going to break it down. So we've added some gas in it, and I'm going to put a little bit of sulfuric acid in there. You know, any type of engine oil, as it breaks down, one of the byproducts is sulfuric acid. That is the reason your engine oil starts to turn dark, is the sulfuric acid. There's sulfur in oil. One of the byproducts of it is sulfuric acid. So Kevin, now that we broke that down, we put some fuel in there, we put some sulfuric acid in there. Let's kind of retest it here, Kevin, and see with that if it broke down or some old engine oil is what I'm trying to simulate how we do with it.
We're at about 40, Doug.
40? Okay, so we're way past the 25 we started at.
50.
We're doubled where we started.
60.
You starting to smell that sulfuric acid, Kevin?
Yeah. 70.
And holding.
More than 70. That's pretty impressive, Doug. What does the motor oil additive do for the oil?
So, you know, I get a lot of people, a lot of people asking, oh, is that engine rebuild in a can? There's no graphite, there's no silicone in this. Basically, it's going to fortify your oil. It's almost like a vitamin pack for your oil. It's going to make that oil last longer. It's going to keep it from oxidizing and breaking down as soon. It's a good engine oil supplement. Okay, as you know, it was a 3-part kit. The third part is going to be our 44K Platinum. This is our fuel system cleaner. This is the most powerful in-tank fuel system cleaner on the market. So Kevin, when your customer comes in and has this service performed, and your technician has put this in the tank, we do want them to go to the gas station and top off. We want this blended into the fuel. So as they go to the gas tank and top off, and this is in there, that'll give us what I call splash blend. And we want this with a full tank of fuel. There again, it's going to clean slow over time, so it's going to clean any deposits off that a fuel injector, deposits off the top side of the piston and piston top, and any carbon deposits in the top side of the combustion chamber. It's really a good engine performance service, and that's why it's called that. It's very thorough. We're cleaning up the oil side and the fuel side. Years ago, cars ran at 180 degrees, right? Yeah. What do they run at now? 210?
200, 210.
Correct. We used to have 1030, 1040. What are most of the oil weights now, Kevin?
020.
020?
030.
Correct.
040.
Honda and Toyota have a 0W16 out there. So it's very, very important to keep the hydraulic or oil side of the engine clean. Years ago, basically, Kevin, the oil, it lubricated the bearings and the rocker arms, timing chain, that's all it was for. Nowadays, there's variable valve timing, there's hydraulic tensioners for the timing chain. The oil, the hydraulic side is very complex in these new vehicles. Would you agree, Kevin?
I would.
Okay, great. Thanks for your time, Kevin.
Thank you, Doug. So for vehicles under 100,000 miles, BG also offers a protection plan, a lifetime protection plan. So for these or any other BG services, or any service at all, look us up at bradgeary.com or the number provided. Thank you for your time.